successful quarterback at the next level. One NFL offensive coordinator told NFL.com that Jackson is an awesome athlete, but he will not be able to play quarterback in the league. The coach added, quote, when he throws, he hopes. We're joined by Pro Bowl cornerback Deangelo Hall. Good morning.
How you doing?
Welcome back.
Thank
For
you.
Shannon, how high should Lamar get drafted tonight?
I think he'll be somewhere between 13 and 20. The Arizona Cardinals at 15 makes a lot of sense.
Yep.
So do the Baltimore Ravens at 16. I feel with his skill set, now he's not prototypical, but if you look at his numbers, they stack up favorable against anybody that's in this draft. And see, the thing is, Skip, is that everybody is so afraid. If you're not 6'4", you're not 240 pounds, well, you can't play quarterback. It's amazing that when you get a guy, say, a Deshaun Watson, and instead of having an offense that's tailored for Tom Brady, you cater the offense to his skill set. Or you take a Cam Newton and you let him do what he does really well, and, oh, wow, guy can win an MVP, can get you to a Super Bowl, you're in the playoffs on multiple occasions. So you got to get outside of thinking because they have this way of thinking. He needs to be able to drop back, throw the ball from the pocket. That's the only way we can win. But if you have some creativity and you can say, you know what? Look at what he did in college. The guy won a Heisman Trophy, threw for over 3,500 yards his last 2 years, high touchdown percentage, low interception percentage, ran the ball for 1,500 yards 1 year, 1,600 another year. I think he can do some things. But no, that's not what you do because the lazy way, I guarantee you he can't play. Yeah. What? So what? What's the chances that the other five guys, what makes you think they're going to turn out to be Peyton Manning or Tom Brady? You can't, but it's just easy because he's unorthodox. Yep. He does it a little different way than, say, the other guys.
Yeah, I mean, you're absolutely right. I think some of those other teams have other glaring needs that they'll address, besides Arizona, but the quarterback position. And so, I mean, I see him still going to New England. I think that's the perfect fit for him.
23.
23, yeah, 23 or even 31. Because if he falls to 23, he'll probably fall to 31 unless somebody, moves up and grabs him. But, yeah, you talk about his skill set. A lot of coaches in the National Football League are lazy. They don't want to have to tailor anything to anybody.
Right.
They want you to come in and learn everything the way that they're used to teaching it.
Good point.
Instead of making themselves work and have to, change and kind of, switch things up for you. We had success with RG3 because Mike Shanahan and Kyle Shanahan tailor-made an offense for him.
Right.
And we were very successful.
I'd say.
And so that's what a lot of coordinators and teams don't do. I always say, as a DB, I like DBs who can run. Not because if you can't run, you can't play. It's just if you can run, you can make a mistake, and you got a little bit more speed to make up for it. And I feel like with Lamar Jackson, he's being penalized because he can run. I don't view that as a negative. I view that as a positive. Okay, he can run, he can move. If there's trouble in that pocket or if a guy gets free, as he often does from time to time, he has the ability to get away from him and make a play. I don't view it as a curse, and I think a lot of people are viewing his running ability as a curse. To say this kid drops back, throws the ball, and hopes and prays somebody's going to catch it, come on. You don't win a Heisman Trophy like that.
Nope.
It is hard to do. I didn't win not one award in college and went on to be a Pro Bowler and, a top 10 pick. And so I just see what this kid's been able to do at the college level, and there's no way if you put him with a committed organization and committed offensive coordinator that wants to see him succeed and job is tied to him succeeding, then they're going to find a way for this dude to succeed. And a lot of it is just luck. It depends where you go. A lot of people vying for that #1 draft spot. Sometimes that #1 spot is not always the best place for you.
Exactly.
And Cleveland's been known to have a little bit of problems. I would like to see some of these guys just go in stable situations where they'll have time to learn and then get that opportunity to play.
Well, you made the point, was it yesterday or 2 days ago, that Cleveland should just take 2 football players and forget about the quarterback.
I think they
1
should.
and 4. Yeah. Okay, to your New England point. We've discussed this a little bit before, but now we've had 2 stories leaked or reported that, first of all, Lamar Jackson made a secret visit to New England 2 weeks ago to meet with Belichick and Josh McDaniels, the coordinator.
Correct.
And now we hear that Josh McDaniels somehow flew to Florida secretly to work out Lamar in Florida. Now, these things got out there in the media somehow, some way, in leaks that we don't usually hear from the New England Patriots, unless they are designed leaks to build smoke screens to mislead other teams into taking Lamar Jackson so that somebody falls to the Patriots.
Yeah.
So I'm having a hard time believing that these two plus 2 equal 4.
it's what
Like
you see
it
is
just
what you
doesn't
get.
use, it's
Yeah.
not the Patriot
Yeah.
way.
Yeah.
Am I right?
Right. Right.
So now I'm starting to doubt that the Patriots will take him, but I am not doubting somebody might take him. Now, would you say from
13 to
20?
Yeah.
I might even go higher. I think he could be that wild card, Joy's team at 11, Buffalo at 12, where they finally say, wait a second, this is just too special, potentially too special. We're going to take him. Do I think he can do what Deshaun did last year, his first year? I do not think he can do it.
I don't either.
You know?
Because he don't have that kind of talent. I mean, the skill set for the Texans, they got DeAndre Hopkins, who's the first team All-Pro.
Yeah,
they got Fuller. They got some guys that can make plays
They
on
did
the edge.
not have much of an offensive line.
No, they didn't have, and they can run the ball. But Skip, think about this. Now, Dan Reeves was my coach for 3 years. The offense that he installed for Michael Vick was not what we ran in Denver. Trust me, I know. And Michael Vick had success.
He did. He tailored.
Yes,
Definitely tailored.
that's normally the offense that Tom Brady runs is not what they run in Texans because they have different skill set. You cater your offense to what the guys do well. You don't say, well, this is my offense, and you learn it, and we do this.
Yep.
Okay, because guess what? Before long, you're going to be on the street saying, well, you know what? I'm going to have some more flexibility next time I get a job.
Yeah. So 1 year ago today, I said if the Cleveland Browns pass Deshaun Watson, they will make an all-time mistake. And they did.
Yep.
Because we got to see him against the best defense in college football, back-to-back championship games. And what did you do, that defense? He just destroyed it.
Yeah.
He put up huge numbers on St. Nick's defense because he is poised under pressure. He is a playmaking winner. He just makes plays. And it's not like the prettiest thing you've ever seen. It's just the ball, does it get where it's supposed to go? I'd say it
Well,
does.
we saw him against New England. We saw him against Seattle.
About beat Tom Brady at Tom Brady,
Yeah.
right?
So
do I think Lamar Jackson can be that? I don't. But what he has, speaking of the running, he's not just a good, he is special, like the negative quote did refer to him as an awesome, he is an awesome athlete. So back to RG3. I went way out on the limb before that draft, and I said, I'm taking RG3 over Andrew Luck. But you have to let him do what he did at Baylor. And Mike Shanahan and Kyle, I think they went, didn't they fly to Baylor to meet with Bryles and say, what did you guys do? Show us. And to Mike's credit, his undying credit, he just said, I'm going to revamp here, man. I'm going to, this wasn't his cup of tea, right?
No, that was not the West Coast stop.
No.
That wasn't the offense that Kyle was running in Houston.
No, what did you guys do? You turned it, you start off slow, and then all of a sudden you turn around and you go win the division. And he wins Offensive Rookie of the Year. And you should have beaten Seattle in that playoff game. You're up 14-0 when he got tweaked, and then he just got flat out hurt. And from that moment forward, Robert was never the same.
Yeah, and a myth about that is he kind of came in there the next offseason like, hey, I don't want to run. I want to be a passer. And at that moment, we kind of went to that practice field, in off season and things like that, and we were kind of like, yeah, if he wants to do that, I think Kurt's a little bit better at doing that than he is. Right. And so that's kind of the disconnect there that kind of took place, was behind closed doors, meetings that we don't get paid enough to, to be privy to, was that conversation that then changed from running a tailor-made offense for him into something that was a little more drop-back friendly and something that allowed him to run less.
Told Shanahan and others in the front office, we think he can be Peyton Manning. They used Peyton Manning. Well,
because you remember, Rob, he had got hurt in the Baltimore game.
He was getting hit.
And then the Cleveland game, Kirk Cousins come in, he lights it up. And here come RG3 says, I'm going back, because I
got to get back in there.
But what I never could understand about Robert was he was a gifted runner. He had world-class speed, right? He had like Olympic speed, right?
Track athlete.
Okay? And yet he never could figure out how to run 8 yards and just
get
get down.
Yeah.
Right? Don't the rules rigged where you're just protected if you just get down?
Yeah. I mean, that was the thing. If he learned how to slide, he could have been dangerous. Same thing about Mike Vick, though. Mike never quite figured out how to slide.
Yeah, Mike was too fast.
Mike would get down. He fall. Yeah, he's stumbling running so fast. But Mike found a way to get out of bounds. Yeah.
But Mike took a lot of punishment.
Yeah, he did.
Ooh. Well, Deangelo, thanks for joining us. We have some interesting stuff going on with the NFL draft tonight. Are the Pacers officially done? We'll discuss that next.